IT guy here, right? Patience. Patience.
There it is.
IT
Yeah,
says.
patience.
Got a vital question for you. Can I be your coach for the next 10 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah.
First of all, my whole philosophy of coaching, my whole approach throughout life has been give a person a fish, right? Feeding them for the day. But if you teach them how to fish, what do you get? You end up feeding for a lifetime. This is a picture of my son, Zach, who lives in Paraguay. Since young, he's about 27 years old right now. He's a Bitcoin coder. I taught him how to fish at Glacier Park. That's about 2 miles south of the Canadian border, real close to a triple divide where I've touched 3 glaciers in my life. You get a lot of things about Greg Hess's history here today that goes, whoa. He rode his bike from, did all that stuff. You know, mellowing into being a coach. There's a very aligned philosophy between BNI and ActionCOACH. I'm not sure everybody understands that. When you read through Giver's Gain, you read through different things, you find all kinds of things about ActionCOACH in there. Our learning system, our program system is very much aligned with what we do at ActionCOACH. Okay? So I want you to be aware when you're recommending me and your businesses and stuff, you're recommending BNI directly as well. There's a very strong relationship there. How I give for others to gain. And I've been doing a lot of that in the last 1.3 years, 2 days. First of all, my target is business owners or executive decision makers with the passion to grow. You'll notice when I show you my logo slide here and all the different people I've worked with this year that I've given a lot. I've given an awful lot in a year. And that was my purpose. That is what I'm doing. The fact that I'm a survivor of pancreatic cancer, this happened, all these things came together, and I've made my dedication to being a coach for the rest of my life because my life's been saved. Is no question what I do. But I found out after my tax bill came in at about $11,000 this year that I better stop giving away so much. So I need some help. Okay? I'm asking. Some of the ways you can help. The coaching process usually starts off with a one-on-one meeting, all right, or attend an event. Any one of you can schedule a one-on-one meeting with me and we can dig deep in terms of the 2 biggest restraints holding your company back and look at 3 to 4 strategies to go ahead for the next 4 years, 4 or 5 years. Every one of you have that available to you through me. Not many of you are taking advantage of it, but it's there, all right? That's what I do for everyone, is that I bring them in, have that discussion, because you can't diagnose a business without spending time understanding it, right? But I have answers. I've made big changes in businesses, and I need you to give me a chance and give other people that you know in business a chance to talk to me. And it's not a heavy sale. It's nothing but a collaborative effort to say, hey, what can you do to grow your company, right? And I've got tons of ideas for that. Second place, the business strategy session. The third one is coaching program decisions. And in this whole process, I kind of go through the process with people and let them make a decision at the end of the one-on-one meeting, the business strategy. Yeah, let's go forward or let's not. Here's all the programs that I offer, which are as low as $200 a month up to $10,000 a month, depending on what level of the company and number of employees are involved. Okay. The $2,000 a month is an Action Club online program that I run that is done every week on Thursday for an hour, and it really is effective. Got a good crowd, and I love using Zoom to teach. It's really a good thing to have. Help me find places to give workshops and speaking engagements. Anywhere where I can go and motivate. I mean, some of the big strengths I've had around DISC, for example, if you're aware of DISC in terms of personality, I know you are. You know, using that technique has been very powerful with people. For example, I'll name drop Matt Schoenberg from State Farm Insurance, for example, has got me working with his staff of 14 people. We're getting them all aligned in terms of where they understand their personalities. They're learning how to communicate better, and we're going to take that business to another level very quickly here. And it's a 3-day, 3 kind of stage workshop that I put people through so they come away going, hey, I understand how you think, I understand how I think, I know how to communicate better, and life is just better for everyone, especially on the spousal level. So I need some help in that. Enroll Coach Hess and find your success. In 1 year, 3 months and 2 days, I have worked with all of these clients that have paid me something to do work for them. And when I say something, it's maybe just a little bit, but it's been part of it. Crossroad Postal, for example, has gone from an average dollar sale of about $500 a day, over $1,100 is the average dollar sale in 8 months. How do we do that? I got a whole bunch of stories for you. You don't want to hear them all right now, but I got a whole bunch of ways that we've done that, and it's very powerful. Gibraltar Group changed the commission base for salespeople in sales there from $2,000 a month to $4,000 a month with 1 month, 2-hour working session. Okay, pretty good results. 100% improvement. These people think I'm pretty powerful for them, and they do the work. I just set them up. State Farm I mentioned. Shivers Woodworking, a very unique woodworking place, and on, where I've got them built now, where they have their own office, their own setup. They've grown quite a bit. They do unique furniture that's just outstanding work, and we've specialized in that with them. Any others, I feel glad to talk to you. Camp Bowwell puts their management people through my Action Club online program all the time. Big influence on them. It's a great place if you haven't been to Camp Bowwell. On and on. The YMCA, I've done a lot of leadership training, several workshops with them that have changed, I think, some things there for the better. Rainy Day Packing is a packing and organizer. Young gal that comes to me and's got nothing kind of going on in her life, right? I mean, I'm making $500 and have been per month for a long time doing this, and I'm not making it. I'm in trouble. Today, or I guess last month, she did 2,000, and she's pretty darn happy about things, right? This month she's on track. We'll find out here today in my coaching session, but I'm expecting her to see $4,000 in her setup for the month of March, all right? It's fantastic. She couldn't afford to pay me. I just give myself, right? Well, she shows up in the second session saying, you're making such great, big progress. And she takes 5 $20 bills out of her purse and lays it down on my desk. And I'm kind of like, oh, do I take this or not, right? I mean, this is a single mom, 2 kids, really working to make life right. And I took it because it's the pride that she had, the way she put it down. I have to make her feel strong about that. And I want to give her more, but hey, in the meantime, I should be paid for my services, and she's well aware of that. People who do their work, do their homework every week, you know, because I do weekly coaching sessions, they do their focus sheet, huge things happen. People that don't, I can't make them do work, right? You got to bring them to it, and they've got to do the work. I just can't overemphasize that. I'm not the guy that does the work. I bring the ideas and work with you to grow. I work harder to get more done and more accomplished in your life and your business. And so having every week doing a weekly focus sheet, it's just an example with Rainy Day Packing of where she got on board and she's been doing it. 2 minutes? Okay. Other ones here, I guess, you know, Diamond or Smile Design Dental Lab hasn't even got a logo yet. I had to make it up for them. young Korean couple. And when I do an initial startup with somebody, we do an alignment, okay? So the alignment is, like I mentioned, DISC. We do the DISC profile. We make sure we understand where you're going to be in 20 years, 30 years, 5 years, 10, the whole lineup of that, and then make sure that we're in agreement as partners and spouses in this case. And it's amazing how the opening that happens when spouses come into the meeting and they go, oh, now I know why you were like that. For example, my wife is a high C, right? So she likes things in order and really together. So she, you know, I'm walking out the door and she's always like, hey man, you know, let me just make sure that, yeah, you know, it used to drive me crazy. I'm going, yeah, you know, that touchy-feely stuff, let's get on with life here. Well, I realized after we'd done DISC about a year plus ago that this is the way she is. And our relationship has gone from not ever rocky, you know, but just another step forward in how we love each other more, and just because we understand. Well, I share that with couples and with people in business, and it's phenomenal. And I had the Korean group in there. He doesn't speak English very well at all. Well, guess what? ActionCOACH has the whole DISC profile written in Korean. This guy was like, whoa! What a catering kind of thing. So the power and the size of ActionCOACH, I have to let you know from a global perspective, can do a lot, right? There's not other coaching firms even close to what I'm just talking about there. It's a multi-language and globality. This is what I cover in my typical structure. I'm not talking about it much at all right now, just give you an idea. I certainly spend a lot of time in Mastery. It has 4 areas: delivery, money, time, and destination. And then I move on out and get into niche marketing, very powerful marketing. Got to come to one of my seminars. You were all invited last week. You missed it, too bad. You can catch the next one. Because they keep happening. There'll be another one on the 18th of March. Tomorrow there's one at the Hive, although it's sold out, so you can't get in. Don't try. We don't have room for you. But the next one on the 18th we will. All right. And so it's going very well. Let's be givers. Help everyone gain their success, and that's what I'm here to do. So help me do that for people in any way you can. When you know people in business that want to meet with a very friendly, nice guy that maybe is a little unreasonable, but a great friend. When I say unreasonable, you need to be held accountable to be successful in this life sometimes. We all know that from our own. We can't see our own swing, right? Can't see your own swing, so what do we need? We need a coach. Thank you very much. Questions, I guess. I should have leave that stage until I get in. Please give me questions. Why did I get into coaching? Who cares about coaching? Come on, where's the question?
We've all had one-to-one.
So you mentioned biking and all that. So you've only been doing this a year and 3 months and 2 days. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I will ask that question. How did you get into coaching?
Sure. Well, a variety of things that happened. My original career was a basketball coach and school teacher. So I graduated from the University of Calgary in 1978. I had been on the All-Canadian basketball team and been pretty successful in playing and paid for all my schooling. And then I went and became a head coach at a high school level. Right away, at 21 years old, I was the head coach at a high school in Calgary. And in Canada, the basketball, it's important, but it's not critical. Like here, I think it's critical, and studying's maybe a little more important, but secondary almost. So in that case, I was teaching and coaching and building up programs there. I was in charge of the Alberta provincial team. Did a lot of things with government exam. Well, I got an opportunity to go to Southern California and coach a program that was one of the top schools in Southern California, called Westlake Village in Thousand Oaks area. So I took the head coach out there and had 3 years of very successful seasons, and 5 guys went to Division I out of that program, and then I was hired as an assistant coach at Cal Lutheran University in Thousand Oaks area, and that's where I did my MBA. Went through that, completed that, and then I spent 30 years in business, from president of this, president of that, all kinds of different roles that I got to play. But all of it was mentoring, coaching, bringing people, enthusiasm. I'm a very high I, you can tell that. I can bring a lot of let's get pumped up and get going. That's what a coach should be doing. And so I went through that for my whole career, and then 5 years ago I got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And so when that happened while I was at Halliburton, I kind of went through a period for about 14 days where I thought I was going to die, including everybody else, to the point of writing the obituary and going through that whole mental, whack out, man, when you go through something like that. Well, at the end of that time, kind of after I got through surgery, 14 days, they went in, got it all, got it clean, come in, and say, hey, yahoo, kind of thing, and what a celebration that was on that 5th floor at Methodist Hospital. So I was like, wow. And then I kind of go forward from there, and I go through a pretty tough recovery. It wasn't easy. It took me, several months. I did ride the MS that year, and I did a lot of training. It was a drain from my side here that was all wrapped inside me, and I had my cycling band. I put it in the back and stop it so I would drain it down. And it was just pancreatic fluid that healed, right? Because they cut my pancreas pretty well, almost out, but not quite. I didn't have a Whipple. So, which is very fortunate. That means a Whipple, if you have a Whipple, when you have a pancreatic surgery, that means that you're going to be living on enzymes, and you have to have something to digest your food. You understand that your pancreas creates the digestive nature. As soon as you eat, it's squirt fluid on there to make sure it turns into the energy to make us such beautiful people we are. So it's a very vital organ, right, of why it's needed. So anyway, through that process, I got a lot of messages from people that said, you made a difference in my life, period, I mean, I can remember Frankie Avalon, for example, his kid, Nick, was in my class by Westlake. Westlake goes to a real rich area, right? There's a lot of wealth. Of course, I rode a bike every day, so I fit right in. With the kids in the Mercedes and BMWs in the parking lot. But I remember going, because Nick was having a lot of trouble, and I remember actually going to and having an intervention with him and Frankie Avalon in his house. And I would do those kind of things without even hesitating, because what mattered to me was the kids. So many parents were living the lives of their kids at that point that it had to be dealt with, because these kids were going to be a problem. And those are the kind of messages that's just pouring in there, over 200 messages like that. And I survived, and here I am alive. After what I've gone through, I'm going, holy, this message is loud and clear. I could retire, I could quit doing things, I could go, so yeah, I survived pancreatic cancer, and now I'm gonna get my golf game to so sharp or whatever, but I realized what I have to do is give back to the community and society that has made the difference, right? And that appreciated what I did and realized what I'm best at. So I went out and found the best coaching firm in the world, which was ActionCOACH, and I invested a lot of money in it to be the owner of it for West Houston. And I'm doing that because of that reason, and that's my purpose.
It's beautiful. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Any other questions?
What can you do for a retail? Like if a retailer is doing well or not doing well, and if they're just a single person or
Sure.
a husband and wife, what could you offer them to
Oh,
actually do?
anytime I start with any business, one of the first things, and same with my basketball coach, test and measure. What are we gonna test and measure, right? In retail, it's what's going in and out. I mean, are they sitting on how much inventory, where is it? What is their margin on varying items? I wanna understand all that inside the retail shop so that we can arrange and get the average dollar sale up. If we can increase their average dollar sale, right, however that is, that's gonna improve. Can we increase the number of leads that come in there? Well, maybe not, depending on their location. That means that I'd like to go look at their A to B clients, start to identify, do they have a database of who's, depending on the nature of the retail, and try to target the A and B clients pretty early so that we can start to communicate to them, market to them, so that they can be reference-based and spread the word and also come back more often. For example, in the Postal Service group, we took their dog and we employed their dog right away and put a newsletter out. Well, then we were inviting our top A and B clients to come in and bring this coupon we sent to them, and when they come in, we're giving them a big dog pad, notepad, a little gift or something, but trying to promote them to promote their business. So that's one way. I mean, there's a lot of ways to go after the retail, margin's important, and how many transactions occur are important. How many times do people keep coming back? We got to figure out how to make that happen more often. And like I said, average dollar sale. A lot of times retailers are very nervous about raising their prices, and when I first worked with them, I convinced them pretty quickly that that's not a bad thing to do. Most owners are fearful of price raises, but customers, especially if you're treating them in a distinguished or an level, a higher level, you got to get away from selling on price. You got to sell on value. We all know that. That's my whole program. I make sure that that's understood well. Any other questions? Thanks for the questions. I appreciate it. I used up more time than most people do, but I know we had a little extra time this morning. So thank you.
Thank you.